Eastern, 6 Pacific on MTV.
Yeah, as you can see, Mick and company are back. They really seem to be enjoying themselves on stage today. They finally got together. And you know what's really interesting is the fact that a lot of the fans here were very, very young when the Stones started. And you see young and old alike going into the concert this evening. The other thing is that after Shattered, which is their 4th song, the power went out, the lights went out, the music went off, and the only thing Mick Jagger could say when it came back on 5 minutes later is, it must be bits of the old JFK Stadium, which is the site of the Stones' original concert over here, and didn't happen that way. But they came on, and they really are giving it a great show this evening, and we're going to go back in now and catch the rest of it. Back to you, Rollin.
Thank you. I imagine you're a Stones fan, right?
Just a little bit.
Good. Well, have a nice time then. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks.
Our writers and reporters are getting things ready for the next half hour, so let's listen in for a moment.
Everyone's talking about the mayor's race, but no one's really focusing on the controller's race, which is a very important post.
Next on Eyewitness News. More than 100,000 cheering fans at Veterans Stadium. Now, if the Stones are slowing down, you certainly wouldn't notice it by the way they perform tonight. Fans paid $28.50 for tickets, which sold out in less than 3 hours, but the demand for tickets continued, so scalpers peddled them for as much as $200 each.
Not bad for some guys who've been around for a while.
Yeah,
I was there. We have some other excitement to talk about tonight, and that's because college football is back, Corey.
You know, all week long, Lou Holt's talking about.
They are great. Can't be objective about that. The Stones have another concert tomorrow night here in Philadelphia. Then it's on to Toronto. And then, of course, in October, New York. About 40 concerts in 30 cities in all. And that's certainly not bad for a bunch of guys who are 40-something.
Some
Back
tour.
to you.
What do you mean about 40-something? Thanks.
Sang, and they conquered. Rolling Stones, the bad boys of rock and roll, kicked off their Steel Wheels tour tonight to a sellout crowd in Philadelphia. It was their first concert in 8 years. 50,000 people, 2 generations of Stones fans, were treated to some of the band's hits and new tunes from their latest album. Tonight's concert kicks off a 29-city tour. The Stones have 4 sold-out dates at Shea Stadium in November.
Rock and roll coming to New York. Thank you for being here.
Good night.
Only Mercedes-Benz puts ABS into every car it...
WPIX has news bureaus in New Jersey on the Rutherford campus of Fairleigh Dickinson University, 223 Montrose Avenue, and on Long Island at 3000 Hempstead Turnpike, Levittown. Coming up next on Channel 11, Friday the 13th.
An 8